Welcome, everybody. How you been?
Welcome.
It's been like a month since we recorded, I feel.
I mean, we just recorded yesterday. What are you talking about?
Okay.
You know, we're on top of this thing. We don't stop.
We don't stop. Yeah, it's Christmas is come and gone, but you didn't get to see Christmas Island, so I want to show it to you. No, I didn't build anything here, though.
It is a beautiful tree, though.
It is a big tree they made. My daughter, they asked me to have her decorate a tree in real life, and then they replicated it here. So, like, she drew on a piece of paper where all those balls are at, and then they put it, and then even, like, the word Mindcrack was on there.
So, is your tree at home as sparing? Because that's the one thing I was going to point out is that there's
not
that many ornaments on this tree.
So yeah, she didn't have much time. We basically like did this right before she left to go to her mom's house. She was like panicked. She was trying to like color green, and I was like, just don't even worry about the green. Just put some stuff on it. So yeah, I mean, it probably could have more. It's probably good that I didn't. They had a hard time getting everything together here in time.
So this is an adequate representation of the tree.
Of the tree that she drew, yeah. And she put the star on actually. That she built the star on.
Nice.
Whenever we streamed it all.
I'm not saying it's not beautiful. It just there was not as many ornaments as I was expecting for a tree.
Yeah, you're right. You are right. Like I said, it's probably good that she didn't go too ham with it, with the time constraints they had in building everything. It's got parkour on the inside.
Wait a minute. How do I get in?
Come back down.
Oh, I have to go down. Okay. This is just a tree trunk.
I don't see. Somewhere over here, there's an entrance.
I made it. It says follow the soul torches to progress. Oh, it's a yeah. There we go.
See how you do. You missed the first jump.
How do you do soul torches? What are those?
I have no idea.
I missed that one. Let's see. I can't make that like third one. I feel like I'm off. Not that I've ever been good at parkour, but
I'm watching you. Yeah, there you go. You're coming. You're doing it. Oh, damn.
I get a little hesitant, and then I'm like, I'm gonna miss it.
I've never been good at parkour.
Well, I was gonna say parkour has never been a thing that I've been very good at, so I haven't practiced it much. But I do remember during the surviving Mindcrack Island, I did the parkour challenge in first attempt, thinking that would be one of the easy ones. That when we got to that, it was one of the it lasted like an hour or something like that. It did. Granted, it was how many hours into the competition at that point.
Right. Oh, here you go. You're coming. You're gonna make it. You did it.
I made it.
This is the only level I was.
That was the first time I tried. Don't ignore that jump cut that just happened. That there was a glitch in your screen. First time I tried that parkour, like it was so easy.
We don't have to do all this because I don't think I can. But in fact, I never even attempted past the first level whenever we did this.
Oh, so this is like a legit parkour in here.
Yeah, it goes up. There's another level after this one. I used ender pearls to get through this.
I don't know. I was gonna say I don't know how to do all these ladder glitches. I can't remember.
I think you have to hold shift when you get on them to stay on the spot. Oh, I was on there, then I fell off.
Yeah, I just kept pushing past. Apparently,
I
watched a lot. I don't know why watching people do parkour can be very like hypnotic.
Yeah, well, especially if they're good at it. Now, see, I don't know what I'm supposed to even do here. Now, where do I go?
A side jump. I just say that like as it sounded cool.
There's a thing around here. Oh yeah, there's a ladder right on the edge there. If you can go around to it somehow.
Let's see.
Oh, look at you! You did it.
Made it. Now what? There's another ladder here, or there's a whole different platform over here. I think I can go.
No, I think
over here. Well, I think I can go over here and then to the ladder.
Yeah. And then
to make that an easier jump.
Right.
Oh, well, at least you don't fall all the way down when you do that.
Right. There you go.
I'm so used to old school Minecraft. I'm double tapping to run because like reaching my pinky down to the control key.
Yeah, that's one thing I've gotten used to. I just keep my pinky's always there, basically.
But what do you do when you have to shift then? Because that was the part of
Oh
the
yeah,
problem
I
here.
did take my pinky off to switch to shifting.
Oh no! Well, at least I
you're
didn't
not,
fall
yeah.
too far. Oh,
Going down.
yeah, I tried to reach to shift. Oh god damn it!
You've succeeded in going down.
I mean, that's how ladders work, right?
That's true.
Go up, go down. Go up, go down. Oh. Wait, I'm all the way down. What? Oh no! No!
Well, we could stop here. Really, it's a silly game.
I don't even know how that just happened. Like, oh no.
The
By the
third
way,
level is really hard, so you're not missing out on anything.
There's been a swap in the leader, if you wanted to know.
Yeah, I just was pulling up my phone while we were sitting here. I mean, we should have stopped the vote whenever the Democrats were ahead in the House.
I mean, yeah, of course. That's the way it's supposed to work, right? I mean, they're still going to stop the vote tomorrow. Like, we should just contest it.
Yep, stop the steal.
Stop the steal. So, I do believe, though, you have a story for me, and I don't know where you went.
I left. Fuck that parkour. Well, I went to you want to hear about my emergency room trip, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, you told me that it existed, and you wanted to tell me about it, and now I'm like, I need to know.
Yeah, well, I didn't know if there was. I may have other stories that you want to know about. I didn't know.
I mean, you probably do have many since the last time we recorded yesterday.
Yesterday. I heard you. Was that you flying away?
No.
Oh, someone just flew away.
I'm coming down parkour because,
okay.
man, look at this parkour is so easy.
Yeah, it's really easy coming down.
I did it.
There's Feather Father boots in here to be borrowed. I didn't even know that. Yeah, so, man, I don't know where to begin. So I got that espresso machine for Christmas, and like after about a week of having like espresso,
I didn't see that, but is it relevant to the story?
It
like
might be. I don't know.
Relevant to the story. Like espresso might be from what I know about this experience that you've said so far. But you've said like you've seen I got as if like is there a big deal about this espresso machine?
I thought we had talked about it. I thought we had talked about it before because I got it.
No,
before.
We haven't talked since before Christmas.
Well, I got it before Christmas, even though it was a Christmas gift. That's what Jessica got me for Christmas.
Okay, I don't believe we talked about it. I don't think that we've spoken since. I don't even know what to say on video that is like known knowledge. I mean, clearly a lot of things are known, but like when there was a trip to pick somebody up from an airport that didn't happen. Okay, that did happen. I guess. Yeah, it was before that. Like the last time, one of the times we had to not record is because you had to go pick somebody up from the airport.
Oh yeah. Oh, did I tell you about her smuggling guinea pigs?
Yeah, you know what? You did tell me about that, so we must have recorded one time since.
Okay.
Because we did did talk about the guinea pig smuggling.
Do you have any food?
Mm-hmm.
Can I have some? Well, so I thank you. It's very, very appreciated. So I've been drinking espresso like every day. After I got
how many?
Just
how often?
Just one,
okay.
once a day.
Okay.
But I don't drink caffeine at all. Maybe we should. There's a maze over here, but we should wait on that. We should wait on the maze. So let's not go this way.
Our panda. Wait.
Yeah. We built a panda.
Is panda.
This is a different panda, but we built the week that you texted me. You said like I've fallen asleep and I can't.
Yeah, I would know. I built a panda with you guys.
Yeah,
I was here.
That was a different panda, Jeff.
Huh.
It wasn't here. It was at our other base.
You're right. I can tell now because there's no poop.
Yep, that's true, and it has a Christmas hat.
Well, you could just add a Christmas hat.
I guess that's true.
You can't get rid of poop though. It's there forever. Like once it drops, it's there. It's like
right. Babies covered in it forever.
Yeah, exactly. That's why. I mean, I've kept my babies out of their poop their entire lives. That's why they're pristinely clean at all times.
Very pristine, poop-free babies. The week that you had texted me and said that you'd fallen asleep and you couldn't get up, basically that's what we did. We did this. I still recorded and put out an episode of us building this panda. So you didn't miss much. Where are you at?
Right next to you.
Okay. There's not a lot to see. There was like
there's a lot to see. There's gingerbread houses.
Okay, yeah. There is a lot to see, I guess. There's not a lot of. There wasn't as many games with this as there was in the Halloween one. Here's a little gingerbread village, which is cute, adorable. So back to my story. So after about 3 or 4 days of doing that, my left arm went numb one night, And I was like, shit, man, I maybe shouldn't be drinking so much caffeine. It might be fucking my blood pressure up. And I checked my blood pressure, and it was really weird. It was like 180 over 107, I think, something like that. And I was like,
Weird. That's extremely common.
Well, it was higher. No, it was 147, I think. It was very high for me. Mine it's like 120 over 80 as long as
being very high is like, when you said weird, I thought you meant like there was a weird difference between your systolic and your diastolic or something like that.
No, it's just weird for where I normally run and stuff. And I was like, man, fuck. All right, maybe I shouldn't be drinking so much caffeine or drinking caffeine at all in my new thing, in my new life. So I was like, all right, what all these green spots are is plots for people to build houses. So if you get bored and want to build a house, there's everything you could possibly need over here to do that. Tons of different materials and all these things. So maybe we could build a house in one of our episodes. Because they do plan on using this again.
Is there a limit to? Remember the apartment complex, the skyscraper we built a couple seasons ago?
I mean, I don't see any rules. I mean, I could just go all the way up, just keep going. But
or down.
That's true too. Just dig it in. So yeah. Anyways, I checked blood pressure. It was high. I was like, I'll stop with the caffeine or whatever. And like 3 days passed, and my left arm started feeling numb again. And I was like, man, it's been many days since this happened. And like, it basically felt like your arm was asleep. But it like the first time it happened, it went away in a couple hours. So the second time it happened, didn't go away in a couple hours. And I was like, I'm just going to go to bed and hope it's better tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. It seems like a reasonable thing to do.
Are you being sarcastic or serious?
A person who has their arm go numb, the typical thing isn't to wait multiple hours to see what happens, let alone to go to sleep and see what happens.
I mean, it still functioned. It literally felt like...
Is there a bed around here that we can... yeah, here's one. There's one in here.
There's one here too, yeah. Or is this the one you're talking about? It literally felt like...
I saw it in the window.
It literally felt like my arm was just asleep. Like it was just weird circulation or something. So like, I don't know. I wasn't super worried, I guess, because it had happened a couple of days before, and like it was fine the next day and all this. I don't know what this building is. Oh, it's someone's base, so that's not part of the grand tour. It's a Christmas base though. So.
It is a Christmas base. I think it's part of it.
Okay. Have a peek.
It seems like it's a place like everybody start in the middle, and on the count of 3, you go.
Yeah.
I don't know where you go to, but you go.
Well, in the morning when I got up, it wasn't any better. So I was like, okay. And I'd already decided the night before, well, if it's not better in the morning. Also, it was like a Sunday night or something like that, and so I was like, didn't want to. Oh no, first death.
Oh, was that a first death?
Yep. I think it's a new person. Anyways, next morning I woke up, wasn't any better. So like, all right, I guess I need to go see a doctor. So I went to the urgent care, and sorry, what he said. Where'd you go? Lost you. Oh, there you are.
I'm out here.
And they did like a stroke test and that sort of check my blood pressure.
I don't know why they would start with the stroke test. I mean, assuming the first thing they did was hook you up to an EKG and draw a component.
He didn't do that. Didn't do any of that. And I thought that's what they would do, actually. But no, he didn't do any of that. He's like, well, I can't do anything other than X-ray here. I can't do a CT scan or MRI or any of those things. So like, you need to go to the ER. So I did. I left there. I went to the ER.
I'm just surprised that they wouldn't do an EKG in that case. I mean, you're not having chest pain.
No, I wasn't having chest pain. It was just my arm was asleep, and my leg would come and go. My leg would be asleep, and then it would come back. Basically, this is an advent calendar, by the way. So each door is like a different day of adventing.
Right.
It's pretty cool. Like this one is like wood tools or whatever. First day of Minecraft.
Oh, that's
second day is stone tools and stone furnaces.
What day are we on the advent calendar?
It's over.
Damn. I don't know. Does the advent calendar start December 1? Like it starts.
It does. Yeah, because it ends on Christmas Day. It always goes to 25.
Okay. I just know like Hanukkah and stuff. Like the 8 days of Hanukkah are not they're around Christmas, but it always starts
right.
at weird times, you know.
Yeah. Isn't it 13 or is it 8? It is 8. It's candles.
Yeah.
Is it 7? Is there 7 candles? It's an odd number of
Eight,
candles.
8 crazy nights.
I thought it was an odd number of candles.
I know from Adam Sandler, like instead of one day of presents, you get 8 crazy nights.
That's true. Maybe there's only 7 candles though,
because the 8th one is like the final,
right.
the end.
Right. So yeah, I went to the ER and I was there for a long time, like 10 hours basically. Place was packed.
Did they tell you to go to the ER? Or did they send you to the ER with like a pre-appointment, quote unquote?
Kinda. So he said he's going to call ahead. He said that if I hadn't already spent the whole night at the guy was kind of an asshole at urgent care. He's like, so what are you worried about? And I was like, death. And he goes, from what? And I go, I don't know, a heart attack. And he goes, wrong answer. And I was like, oh, okay, stroke. And he goes, correct. And I was like, all right.
He's like, I'm the doctor here, yet I can't diagnose you with shit.
Yeah,
I'm sending you to somebody else.
Just when he was like, wrong answer, I was like, okay, cool. Where the fuck did you go? Why do I keep losing you?
I was looking at different things, like see if there's anything else over like the edge. I wasn't like following you.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, there's a present behind the panda. Did you see that?
Oh yeah, that's the maze. That's where I was taking you next.
Oh, okay.
I think that will conclude our tour. In fact, is the maze. I've probably missed stuff, and they'll just be mad at me. I didn't even point out the giant goat. I guess you saw the goat though.
I didn't see the goat. I see the reindeer. Hold on.
Oh, no. Where are you?
I'm behind the panda right now. I see the candy cane trail. All right, it looks like it takes you to the maze.
Come back towards like the Gumdrop Village.
Well, I'll just come to the portal. From the portal, where am I supposed to be? I take it you're not by the portal, judging by that pause.
I was gonna say come towards the Gumdrop Village again. Is what I was gonna say after that.
Yeah. so from the portal, go toward the Gumdrop Village.
Oh, I see you. I see you.
And I am.
All right. Okay. All right. There's it's a Finnish tradition, I believe.
Oh God, are we gonna get into this now? This is gonna be.
It says on the goat what country he's from, so we'll check his passport in a second. But it's
not going to be a blackface, right?
No, they built a black Pete, but I asked him to take it down. Let's see. Oh man, I just took off. I was flying.
That's the one thing I missed about not being able to join your guys' stream this year. Was that conversation again for like 2 hours?
No, we didn't. I don't think I've harped on that enough with Arcus. Yeah, it's a big goat. They burn it. It's fun. It is a Finnish thing. It's called Oki Poki.
Oki Poki. What's he do?
I don't fucking know. I read about it to my daughter the night of when we did this, and I don't remember now.
I like goats.
Yeah, well, they burn him, and it's illegal to burn him, but then they burn him anyways.
Oh.
Someone always sets him on fire, basically, is from what I read to understand. Hopefully I didn't get this all wrong.
Interesting.
So yeah, when I got to they called the ER ahead of time. When I got there, the guy that checked me was like, "Yeah, it's gonna be about a 2-hour wait," but it didn't end up being that long, I guess, because the urgent care had called ahead for me.
He was like, "What's your problem?" You're like, "Left arm numbness," and he's like, "Wrong answer."
Yep, wrong answer. But man, it was packed. There was so many people there. I was just like stressing the fuck out. And they didn't have any beds. They were completely full at capacity. So they did the...
I'm curious now. What makes you think that the guy called ahead, that's why you didn't have to wait that long?
Because whenever I went back to talk... What's it called whenever the nurse checks you out? Triage?
Triage?
Yeah. So when I went to triage, she already had a whole lot of information.
Oh, okay.
And she said it was from urgent care.
Okay. I was going to say because they, like, the whole point of triage and things like that is to determine your acuity, and in the emergency department world, it's called an ESI level. It's the Emergency Severity Index, and it ranges from 1 to 5. 1 being basically that you are going to die if people don't, like CPR in progress. Like if things don't happen that second, you're dead.
Right.
2 is like you need to be seen within like 15 minutes is what they say, even though a lot of our level 2s end up waiting for like hours because there's so many other level 2s in front of them. 3 is like your average walkie-talkie, you need help, but you can wait, but you definitely need something.
Right.
4s and 5s are this is basically the doctor's office that we're acting as the doctor's office for you, because you had no other choice, or you just came to a place you shouldn't have. You don't have insurance, that's why you came here. Like multiple other reasons that people go to the ER as a doctor's office, and many of them are not a patient's fault. It's they have no other choice. Is a good answer to go to an ER. If you don't have another choice, that's what you do. Right. Some people have another choice and still choose to go to the ER because they think they're gonna circumvent the system somehow. I don't quite get that. Yeah. But long story short, if you were deemed a high enough ESI compared to other people there, you would still be rushed ahead.
Right.
Versus, the guy who's got a CPR happening on him, they're not going to be like, go sit in the waiting room, please, sir. It's a 2 hour wait.
You're bleeding out right now, but there's a line. I'm at the Big Present now by the Candy Cane Walkway, by the way.
Oh, I'm in the Candy Cane Walkway.
So yeah, they got to me pretty quick in terms of triage, and then they did hook me up to an EKG there. They gave me some aspirin.
And that was smart of the emergency department people to do that pretty quickly to kind of
well, the guy that came in, the first doctor that came in did another stroke test where I followed his finger, smiled, puffed out my cheeks.
I mean, so numbness and things like that, especially arm and leg, is definitely more indicative of a stroke than it is an MI. But you still got to get all your rule out everything.
And then he asked me, the doctor's like, "What are you worried about?" And I was like, "I don't know, man." I was like, according to Google,
wrong answer.
Yeah, I was like, according to Google, it could be a heart attack, could be a stroke, could be a pinched nerve. I don't really know. You're the doctor. And he's like, "Well, I guess he literally said this, since he's worried about a heart attack, we can do an EKG." So okay, cool. I don't see you. I'm still by this big ass present.
I didn't realize that the Candy Cane Walkway goes 2 ways.
Oh. Yeah, behind the panda.
Yeah, I didn't know. I'm coming back now. I'm flying there now.
So they did an EKG there. I don't actually know. I got the results from that later. I never got the results of that.
They're looking for something in the emergency department setting, and they're looking for ST elevations and things like that. They would know instantly if the EKG was concerning.
Okay.
They would do a quote unquote what they call a wet read. The emergency department doctors and nurses know how to look for that thing that's going to stick out and be like shit, versus we'll send it to the cardiologist to give us all the details that they still might tell you you're dying for such intricate little details on this thing that we don't know to look for. But they immediately looked at it and were like, okay, we don't think he's dying from this.
Right. Okay. Because the nurse just pulled it out and then sat in a pile, and it's the doctor will look at this, and so I didn't know if I don't know the way out of this thing. By the way, it's a maze. This is
the way into this thing. Oh wait, this is the maze.
Yeah,
the way out of this thing it's simple. We just go right back here.
That's an inner only door. Yeah. So after that, they're like, "All right, we're gonna put you back in the waiting room, and we're gonna do a CT scan, and it might be a little while." I was like, "All right." I was like, "We don't have any rooms, so you don't have a room to be in. So just go sit in the waiting room again." And then about 2 hours, they did blood. They pulled blood then too, when they did the EKG. And so about an hour, 2 hours pass, and they pull me back they wanted to do new vitals. So they do my blood pressure then, and it was 200 over 120, I think is what it was.
Jeez.
And I look at it and go, "That's not good." And she goes, and just gets up and walks away. And then I hear her on the phone go, "Yeah, his blood pressure is real high." And then she comes back and's like, "Follow me." Doesn't say anything except follow me. And then she just takes me to a room way back in the middle of nowhere in the ER.
Put you on a heart monitor, I'm sure.
Yes. So then someone come in and put in an IV, and then she's like, "I can't find a vein," and so they didn't put in an IV. So the IV was a lie. I never got an IV actually. And someone else drew some more blood. Man, I got so lost in this thing the first time I did this.
I came back to a place that I recognized, but from a different path. So clearly, what I chose was incorrect. But now I don't know what to do from here, though.
Yeah, since it's a multi-level one, right? It's really hard to figure out. Well, where have I gone? Where should I go?
Right.
I've clearly made a mistake. So, eventually I talked to a doctor, and basically they were like, all right, we're going to do a CT scan. So they did a CT scan, and that came back fine. They're like, we don't see anything that, is a big worry here on the CT scan. And then they're like, all right, we're going to do a stat MRI as well. I don't
Yeah, the MRI is what they really need to do. CT scan will kind of like give them some idea of some things, but the MRI is really the gold standard for.
I don't even want to know what the stat MRI cost me.
Well, hopefully it costs your insurance.
I mean, I have to pay an out-of-pocket $13,000 per year.
Okay, you're paying $13,000.
I'm pretty sure I am. Which is just...
Where does this thing take you to?
An exit. There's an exit somewhere. You'll know it when you see it because you'll be outside again. I think I've gone in a damn circle. So yeah, probably spent $13,000 on this trip, honestly, because I don't really ever use my insurance.
Found it.
You son of a bitch! Did you really?
I mean, I really did find it.
Did you cheat?
Define cheating. I saw nothing I did being against the rules.
Did you break a wall?
Nope.
Did you do like /stuck?
No.
How'd you get out?
I exited the door I came in. I ran around the present.
Oh my god. You're such a cheater.
I came in the back.
Came in the back. Cheater.
I see nothing that says I can't do that. I didn't read any signs either, though. So,
all right. Well, I've done a /stuck to get out.
I'm looking. I'm inside now from the exit, and I'm nowhere close at all to like where.
Yeah, well, it all looks the fucking same, right? So, like, good luck figuring out how to get out.
There's a spot that I'm looking at now that's got 1, 2, 3 downs in a row. Like that I could go in or I could skip over and keep going. Like I've never seen something like this when I was walking through the maze.
I was just there going up and down those, lost as hell.
Oh yeah, that's it's real close to the exit.
Ugh.
That's where you were at.
So yeah, they did that. The thing about the MRI, I've never done an MRI or a CT. I've never had any of these things before. I've never had a need for any of these things before. The guy's like, the MRI guy was just like, so what kind of music you want to listen to? And I was like, I really don't care. It doesn't matter at all. And he's like, oh, it's really important to have something to listen to. And I'm like, just whatever you like, just play it for me. And he's like, well, what do you listen to in your car? And I'm like, audiobooks. And he's like, oh, I can't do an audiobook. I don't know why I'm doing this voice, because this guy was the most redneck person I've ever heard. He was like the most southern man ever. And
I ain't never heard no audiobook.
Yeah. He kind of had like he was a real soft-spoken redneck. But very gentle redneck. And then he was like, well, what was the last music you listened to? And I was like, Hamilton, the musical. And he's like, oh, I ain't never done a musical before. We'll see what we got. And he had Amazon Music, and I guess it's on there, because he puts me in the thing, straps me all in. And he's like, well, we're getting a new one next year. It'll be much wider, but this one ain't, so you're barely going to fit. And he won't fucking lying. And I'm not claustrophobic or anything, so that didn't bother me. I didn't care. But he gets me in this MRI, and he's like, all right, we're being in 20 minutes. I'm starting it up now. He's like, starting up your music on shuffle. And he can't hear me anymore, so I can't be like, no! But this motherfucker put a musical.
Hamilton on shuffle.
Yeah, on shuffle. It was.
Yeah, I guess it's, it, you've seen it. You're not like in it for the story at this point.
No,
you're just
I'm
in
not.
It for
but it's real hard, because the way they cut it, honestly, like they cut it quite frequently. Honestly, the number of tracks there are. So like, I don't know. It was just a terrible experience for me. And when we get done, he's like, "How was it?" And I was like, "It was awful." And he goes, "Yeah, MRIs aren't for everybody." Meanwhile, like, who are MRIs for? But I was like,
everybody else.
Yeah, I was like, no, the MRI was fine, but Hamilton on shuffle's a fucking nightmare. And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, it's like if I read you a book and I started at chapter 30 and then I jumped to chapter 6. He's like, oh, I didn't know that. So yeah, that sucked. But anyways, after all that shit, they after spending most of my day in this place, they were just like, well, we don't know. Go see a neurologist. And it's still the same. My left arm is just fucking dead.
honestly thought that I was making my progress going from the exit to the entrance, and I made it back to the exit door. So nothing's shown up.
Yeah.
Your arms are still dead.
Yep.
And
my leg comes and goes. Yeah.
Huh.
They were like, man, maybe it's a pinched nerve, but the reason why they think maybe not is because the left leg coming and going part. So I don't know. Come this way.
Doesn't look like Christmas Town anymore.
It technically is. This is the ski slope.
Oh god, there's.
Yeah, come up here and die to a creeper.
So I was like, there's a creepers. There's beds. This
Hop
looks.
in. We can make it daytime. I think there'll be some boats in here. Let's see if there is. Oh yeah, gotta be a boat. Ski slope. Super exciting.
Minute.
The problem is you can't see the ice anymore because of, and especially once you get in the boat. So technically it's a ski slope, but you can't see where you're supposed to go.
Oh, I just do my own thing.
Yep.
Don't worry, I'm a ski patroller. Get out of here, zombie.
It's true.
Oh god, he knocked me down the wrong way. Oh, no, I went the right way apparently. I'm not going the right way.
I definitely went the wrong way.
I was trying to follow. Yeah, you really cannot see where you're supposed to go.
The snow's covered. Yeah, the ice.
It's actually pretty fun. I wish you could see more though.
Yeah. Yeah, they did a good job. But yeah, that's my experience. I have an appointment to go see him on Thursday to see what the fuck. Like, you probably need a spinal tap. So.
Yeah. And I know we've been getting really long, but I will tell you, you know how your blood pressure was. Like, I'm sure they gave you something to bring your blood pressure down before they let you.
They only gave me aspirin. That's the only thing they gave me there, period.
Did they check your blood pressure again?
They did. Once I got in the room, it went down, and I told the woman there, I was like, it was still high compared to what mine normally is, but it went down to like 150 over 90.
Oh, okay.
But I told her then, I was like, I'm be honest with you, sitting in that waiting room, almost shoulder to shoulder with people, like, threw my anxiety through the roof. And she's like, yeah, you understand that. She's like, I didn't have social anxiety before COVID, but now I do. So I honestly, I think that's why they pulled me out of the lobby, is because I think that's why my blood pressure was so high. Is sitting in that lobby, it was stressing me the fuck out. I know you're around people all the time, but I'm not.
So. Yeah, I mean, so being around people wouldn't be what stresses me out, but being there for something that I thought I was dying for would be possibly stressful.
Yeah, that too, for sure.
But if people come in with like really high blood pressures, we can't release them until we get their blood pressure under control.
Oh, really? They didn't check it before I left. I was there for many more hours after she got that one reading, and they never checked that shit again.
They decided it was fine at that point.
I guess, okay.
But it's really one of those things where we have to get it down to, and this is if you're going to discharge a person. There's criteria for this. This is like standard. Somebody who knows they have like high blood pressure, isn't taking their meds, but they're diagnosed with all this stuff. We have to get their blood pressure down to let them leave.
What?
Less than 200 over 100.
Oh my god.
I literally had people at like 202 over 104, and the doc's like, just give them 5 minutes and cycle it again. Once you get that number, get them out of here.
That's
like,
insane.
Click 198 over 98. Boom, see you later. You are free to leave.
Wow. Okay. And then they stroke out in the car.
Well, I mean, but they came down from like 260 over.
Yeah. Mine does really well. Now that I'm on blood pressure medicine, it was very high before I started taking blood pressure medicine, but now it's on an average day it's 120 over 80. But yeah, I wish my arm existed still. I'm hoping it's something as simple as like a pinched nerve. I've had some back pain this week too, but I'm still adjusting to sleeping in the same bed as someone again too. So like, I think that's part of it. So I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, that is something to adjust to.
Yeah. I just don't know how I could have pinched a nerve. But I guess that can just happen, right? I don't fucking know. How does
and I'm sure there's been more promiscuous sexual positions than you've had recently.
I mean, but Chapman, like...
you mean I'm not wrong?
But how would you pinch a nerve just fucking?
How would you pinch it? People pinch nerves like walking down the street.
Really?
People pinch a nerve sleeping. Well, you didn't pinch a nerve. Just your body's weird.
You think I you think I fucked so hard I lost my left arm?
Possible.
God damn it!
It's like a name badge or something, you know.
What
do they call it? Not a name badge, like a
name badge,
like a badge of honor, but
yeah.
It's a name badge. It's not a name badge. It's called pinched a nerve because I'm fucking.
Honestly, if that's the case, and it cost me $13,000 in ER, I'll never have sex again. That'll be it.
Then the new living person is going to be very sad.
Yeah, and with that, I'm single. Anyways, yeah, we probably should stop here. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you had a good Christmas and a happy New Year's and all those good things. We'll see you next time.
See ya.